Pisces, how are you? I'm going to do a reading for the current energies. So, as always, please just take what works and leave what does not. We all know who we are in this story, right? So I appreciate you all being a part of my channel. You appreciate what I do here. Hit that like button. Blink right there. Yeah, really appreciate that. All right, let's see what's going on, Pisces. Now, I kept seeing the Eight of Swords coming up reversed. So I feel as if there's something going on in your head and it's starting to affect you. All right, and it's starting to affect what's going on around you. So just be aware of the stories that you are creating in your head, because a lot of times they're just not real. They're stories. So let's kind of get our mind in a good place and kind of clear whatever it is that has been kind of fogging the situation. All right, so I'm feeling as if there is something that you are dealing with that you really want to fix, all right, and you want a good outcome. We have the Temperance here with the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is about a victory. It's about coming out ahead and coming out the winner. And I feel like there's a situation that you really need to have a little bit more patience with, all right? Because when I do see the Temperance, this is about being patient and trusting that things are in process and everything will work out okay, especially if you're looking for a positive outcome. You might need to just kind of be patient. And again, even though I don't see that Eight of Swords here, I kept seeing it while I was shuffling, so I think you need to get out of your head and you release some of the thoughts that you have that may not be valid, all right? We do have here in the recent past, we have the Six of Cups coming up. And this is about, remembering good times, maybe when you were young, you're remembering when you were a kid, and you're growing older. And, I just feel as if there's a lot of stuff going on and, and a lot of remembering of your past and how things used to be and when things were good and, and just enjoying the company of your family, things of that nature. But it's in the past, all right? And then at the base of what's going on here, we have this Four of Swords and it's upside down. And I feel as if, something shifted, something happened where there was some kind of pain, some hurt, a disconnect. And I think you want to fix this energy. Right? And then again, we have another four coming up, which is the Four of Pentacles, which has been, you've been really closed up about what you really want and what's going on around you. Maybe you're questioning the structures of your life because the number four can associate with, how we build our life in our home and, how we move about in the world. And the fact that, you're very closed about what's really going on, and I think you really want to make things change. The Four of Swords has left you very unsettled about a situation that you are dealing with. So I feel like you're really seeking out some kind of, answer here. I mean, here we have this Three of Wands, and it's like you're really reaching out and trying to figure out how can I make things shift and how can I make things change. But I really want you to look closely at why things have happened and why things are going on and why you're so heady right now, because we do have this Nine of Cups coming up reverse. So, maybe something didn't turn out the way you really wanted it to, but we have to look at why didn't it turn out? Some things are just not meant to be. And sometimes when we have this nine coming up reversed, it's, maybe we were acting on a more selfish nature. Maybe we were trying to make something happen that, was more for your benefit and you weren't considering, the other person. This is about not getting your way. This is about not getting the wish that you really wanted. And the fact that, you're standing here with this Three of Wands trying to figure out what can I do to turn this around? And I feel like, this is a lot to do with your family, your partner, your relationship that really, really matter. This is a very high spiritual energy, this Hierophant. It can indicate that this is maybe around your marriage. Maybe you're trying to figure out how can I fix my marriage because there's some problems going on here and you want to have a good outcome, but we need to see why are we here to begin with. All right, so we do have coming up here the Queen of Wands reversed. All right, this is a very hard energy. When I see any of the kings or queens come up reverse, I never like how their attitude is, and perhaps this Queen of Wands, got a little jealous, maybe they're jealous of you, and, that's not a positive energy. Or maybe, they feel very demanding. Maybe they've got you on a short leash. Maybe you question whether or not they really love you, but this Queen of Wands is not a happy person, right? And you've put so much energy into this connection. I mean, here you are with the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, you've been trying to make things grow, and you've been trying to make things happen. And I think you're at the point, it's just like, do I keep feeding this? Do I keep trying to make this work? Do we keep trying to make, a situation turn around? I mean, you are really trying to seek the answers, all right? And you are really, I think, wanting to consult maybe even someone in a higher position as to like a little bit of guidance. But I think you really have to look at the core of what's going on, which is this Nine of Cups. In whose name are you wanting to fix this? Because, you want to feed your ego, because you want this to happen, and it should be, and why isn't it? So I feel as if, the core here in this reading really is about, why did you get to where you are here? What is this unsettled energy? This is the Four of Swords. It follows the Three of Swords. So something happened. Something happened that hurt the other person. Something happened that broke a trust, all right? And now with this unsettled energy, it's really asking you to look at why did it happen? Did you do something that was very selfish on your end, and now you're dealing with the consequences? Did they do something that broke this trust? I mean, we have to really look at why this is not manifesting and why things have gone in another direction. And with the Four of Pentacles, I mean, this is staying really close, not really wanting to open up to the truth of what's going on. But this unsettled energy is almost forcing you to really look at it, all right? We cannot avoid, the whole picture. I mean, there's two sides to every story. There's your side, there's their side, and then there's the truth, right? And I feel like this is where you're at, Pisces. I feel as if, if you want to continue and put more energy into a situation in this marriage or this connection that you have, I think you've got to face some truths. And I think you really have to look at why this happened in the first place. And now that there was this, I want to say this, something, whatever it was that broke this trust. I mean, that Three of Swords, it stung really deep. And now here you are feeling like, maybe I effed up, maybe they effed up. I don't know, but I feel as if you have to really look at why you got to where you are. Because when you find that core, that base, now you can say, all right, maybe I was a little selfish. All right, maybe I did something that, was more about me than them. Maybe I didn't think about them when I took this action. Whatever it was, it hurt. All right. And it stung really deep. And now it's left this very unsettled energy between you and your person. So I feel like now the energy truly is about you really looking at everybody's place in this. And like I said, there's your truth, there's their truth, and then there is the truth. And I think right now, this energy in your reading is saying we need to look at the truth of whatever happened, because that's the only way we're going to be able to continue and feed this energy. I mean, you guys have put a lot of energy into this connection here. I mean, you have kids, there's the grandparents, and it's just like there's so much that intertwines you. And you want to get past this unsettled energy. So I feel as if we have to really focus on the truth of what really happened and be honest with yourself. Was somebody being very selfish? Was somebody really all about me and didn't consider the family and the bigger pictures or the consequences? So I feel as if this is a very important card in your reading here, because it's really wanting you to really look at why this wish didn't come through and why things haven't worked out. And if you want things to change, then, you're going to have to give it just as much time and have the patience for the other person to heal as well, all right? Because you can't just say, oh, I'm sorry, and it's over. They're still carrying the weight of that hurt. And as long as they're carrying the weight of that hurt, you have to be, you have to give them the opportunity to process. All right, so this is a heavy reading for you, Pisces, but I feel as if it's a very growth oriented type of energy. And it's really asking us all to really look at what part did I really play in getting us to this place. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Pisces. As always, please just take what works, leave what doesn't. This is very specific to a couple. So if it resonated, great, and if it didn't, that's okay. All right, there'll be another day, another reading, and maybe it'll resonate for you then. All right, until the meantime, hit that like button. All right, really appreciate y'all. Bye now.